Okay, if you only ever see one of my videos, I hope that this is the one, and I'm going to tell you why. So I've been hearing a lot of talk about self-concept and how important it is, and I 100% agree because this is how I have completely changed my life. And I wanted to share with you, though, some actionable steps of how you actually go about doing that, because I think it's great to talk about it, but you gotta be about it. Okay, so first, self-concept is kind of the idea of I think, therefore I am. Okay, so the thoughts that you have about yourself are going to be what you manifest into your life in the real world, in the 3D, okay? So obviously, the more you think negatively about yourself, the more negative you're going to see. But you can actually change your self-concept and change your whole life without actually making any physical changes. And here's how we're gonna do it. Okay, here are the steps right here. Hopefully you can see them. So first, what you're going to do is you're going to identify the negative emotion. Okay, so let's say it's something around your physical appearance. One that I personally had for the longest time was my nose. I did not like my nose. Okay, so I identified the negative emotion. Ooh, I don't like my nose. Second, you're going to identify its roots. Where did that belief come from? In my case, that belief came from somebody, I don't remember if it was in middle school or high school, made a comment to me, saying something negative about my nose, and that forever changed my view of my nose. Step 3, identify if it's this fact or if it's fake or manufactured. An example, an opinion. In this case, this was just a person's opinion. It's just a nose. There's no, I don't know what, it's just what they felt about me, and they felt like being a jerk and saying it out loud, which is just what people in high school do. So I determined that is an opinion. Okay. Step 4, it says if it's not fact, let it go. And I know that that's hard, but once you identify that something isn't really true, it becomes easier and easier to let it go. Now let's say that it's something that is true, okay? Let's say that this is something that is like a belief that you have about yourself, about your character, okay? And let's just say that things that you've done in your life have kind of backed the belief that you have, created and manifested, okay? Let's say that in your mind it is a fact. So what we're going to do now is we're going to list all of the benefits of no longer identifying with that specific narrative, okay? How would it feel if you no longer identified with fill in the blank, all right? Write down all the things. Yep. Pull out a pen and paper or the notepad on your phone and write down all of the benefits of no longer identifying with that belief. Now feel it. Feel it in your core, okay? Because that is the life that is available for you. You don't have to identify with that any longer. And I know that it takes time because it takes time to build new neural pathways in your brain to believe a different way. But the more that you go through this and the more that you look at all the benefits of no longer aligning with that belief, pretty soon you will start to see a change, okay? And the coolest thing is when you start seeing these changes being reflected back to you in the real world, in the 3D. I did all of this work to change the way I felt about my nose, okay? And then not too long ago, a girl randomly comes up to me and she says, I know that this is a really weird thing to say to somebody, but I really like your nose. And I don't need that external validation. However, to me, it was a sign that all of the internal work that I'm doing is now being reflected and manifesting into my life, which is incredible. Other people are noticing that, and ultimately, it feels good. It feels really good. It's just another sign that the work that you're doing is working.